Safe Esho and Linda Miles going to be making the calls today. Already it's a steal for the Hurricanes. And that's exactly what they do with this high-pressure defense. Shot offline, though. Rosaria Spearman, the sophomore forward out of Georgia, leads the team in rebounding, nearly 6 per game. Turnage tries it from beyond the arc, too strong. And new to playing with each other. And that one just rattles out from Roberts. Pushing right away here is Gordon. Turning on the Jets, lays it up and in.
Maria Gordon, they call her OMG, and that's almost what she is every play, an OMG play.
You mentioned her size, just 5'4", the junior guard out of Bradenton, Florida, Maria Gordon, player who's been having a great season, averaging more than 13.5 points per game, shooting more than 39% from beyond the arc.
But there's not space. They've been a little bit of a gas. Good defense there by Turner, though, on the steal.
Brianna Snoop Turnage, the Atlanta, Georgia native, 6'1" sophomore guard, earning her 8th start today. Gets it done defensively, a player who head coach Brooke Wyckoff loves the way she gets after it on the boards. Here she finds Timpson, foul called from this Florida State program. They had a fast-paced offense a season ago. I love talking to Coach Wyckoff. You can see she has a certain perspective about the game, how much she cares, at least in the ACC. Ball from Patrick, too strong. However, she comes up with the rebound. A little bit of a bobbled ball there by Turnage. This time it's Day Wilson who knocks down Turnage, though. The O-board, second chance, no. Junior guard Jasmine Roberts bringing the ball up with some speed, finds Lattimore, gets it inside.
Experience brings that energy, that length, the junior.
The junior coming off of an ACL injury, cut her season short back in her sophomore campaign as a nice little baseline. Miami's last game, their win over Wake Forest at 9 points, 2 boards after not playing against Duke, which is something interesting head coach Katie Meyer's been trying to manage, is the amount of talent she has on this Miami team.
She's got a nice 15-foot range jumper.
Plenty of talent, this Miami team. Their bench paces the ACC in scoring with right around 27 per game. Coach Meyer mentioned it's a little bit challenging to figure out what the best rotation is going to be. She gives her players opportunities in the first quarter. If you show up and play well, you're going to get more minutes because there's the shot.
Timpson being active inside, does a great job of relocating off the ball. When her guards drive, she relocates, she moves to find an angle. Talk about the nice finish.
That was a tough angle, too. Roberts now with 6. There's a shot.
Teams going back and forth. They like to score early in the shot clock.
Florida State now holding the 2-point lead with under 5 to play here. Quarter number 1. Oh, the change of pace, but no!
Too quick there from Bergetti. She is a 3-point shooter, but I think they've got to move the ball around and get at a good angle.
With her efforts, said she had a great week of practice. And here's a turnover. This Miami defense really putting Florida State out of whack. They're going to slow it down, though. In the paint, Dwyer gets it to go. Mentioned that Coach Meyer said one of the challenges has been managing the rotation, managing minutes for this team. She gives players an opportunity in the first quarter, and they're coming in off the bench. Gives Day Wilson an opportunity off ball as the shot clock is averaging right around 11 per game. So this is a lot here before the end of the first quarter for them. Ball rattles home.
It's a miscommunication defensively because when Vegas steps in the game for FSU, that is her job to knock down the 3-point shot.
Game to opponents, what is the bread and butter that this defense needs to execute?
I think just locking in on the scout, knowing who they have, but man,
quite a bit of athleticism. 8 to shoot.
That's her shot. Day Wilson shooting.
Latson calling for the screen, gets caught up, finds White, no. Last chance here for Day Wilson. Couldn't get it off in time, waved off as the buzzer sounds.
If you don't know the name Deasia Fair, you need to Google, and then you need to watch today's game. A true bucket.
Oh, so fun to watch. And the guard play in this league is just...
There by Day Wilson.
Miami's missed their last 5 field goals. Kind of try to get a little bit more rhythm going for this Hurricanes offense. Foul called and done defensively in 17 minutes. Prior to that, though, only Sports halftime report. Going to take a look around the ACC. We've got half of this game along with the stats of exactly what goes down, but still plenty of second quarter action to come as it's going to be
pressuring them. They made them feel uncomfortable, and it seems like Florida State just hasn't been on the same page. I mean, these are simple turnovers, right? Simple mistakes that we're seeing. It's not anything intricate, not anything Miami is doing differently.
Into the paint here is Hilton, gets it to go. Pushing here is Tucker. Finds the pass, no. Second chance for Timpson will go. She's a player who Coach Wyckoff mentioned needs to bring in a scorer's mentality, and there she gets it done on the other election. And the ACC's most improved player as a sophomore, also an all-defensive team selection is theirs. An
area of the game where if you execute, you communicate, you set the right screens. 8 to 10 points, that's huge.
Absolutely. Roberts now leading this Miami team. 7 points after making that free throw. 60% free throw shooter. Knocks it down. Super Bowl edition, Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central.
So, not too happy about it right now. We're going to bounce back next year, though. Not worried. How about you?
The Jetty there goes inside Arizona State, but gets it done on both ends. That's the thing that stands out about her play, points per game, but then also taking on often the toughest defensive assignments.
Yeah, it's just hard to take her off the floor if you're Coach Wyckoff. I mean, she's the emotional leader of the team. She's so mature. And like you mentioned, defensively, she's a staple and made a difference. Now knocking down a corner three.
Hilton pointed it out coming off that big performance against Wake Forest. Coach likes what she sees. Bonner into the game, gets it out to the three from, and that's one of the things that is important to this Florida State defense, or offense rather, as you pointed out, a lack of movement. They've got to be able to get that penetration or paint touch. Kick back out here as Miami tries to create. Back down to Lattimore, gets the finish. The fact that this Miami team has some three-point shooters. The Jetty misses everything. Timpson, put back not there. Another chance from Turnage. That one will go. And that's where Turnage has the opportunity to produce because of her ability to battle on the glass that Coach Wyckoff loves so much, extending possessions. 7 to shoot. Pull up from Roberts, actually trying to find Lattimore.
3 for 5 from the field. They've been intentional about getting the ball inside to her. And then also, she got to the free throw line 4 times, 4-4 as well. So, all good things for a good recipe. And then her getting in on the action as well. I thought she started off a little bit slow, had a couple of turnovers, but she's picked it up here in the second quarter.
That's also a good recipe. Tania Latson knocking down threes, getting that inside-out game going for Florida State.
If there's one area that needs improvement in Latson's game, and she's only a sophomore, it is her three-point shooting. As a point guard, you love when players and your teammates off the bench come into the game and make an immediate impact.
Speed that she has. Knocks down the first free throw. Live Golf preview, plus a look at the best action from the first half. Dwyer gets it inside. Denied, goes to ground. Gordon in transition. Yes! And one up. Williams, though, called for her second foul. Team can win on any given day. That's one thing that stands out about this conference, is that 3-ball won't go. Second chance is offline. 3 from Day Wilson. Yes!
The boards, and then those kick-out threes. Day Wilson always around that top of the key area, ready to help. Good pass, though.
Hurricanes looking to close the gap here. Go into the locker room, try to reset. Day Wilson, offline. Latson calls the play. Timpson in the mid-range. Wow! Miami and Florida State, both teams rolling out the same starters for the second half as they did to start the game. Miami looking to get back in this one, trailing by 8, but not going to do it.
Really good play call out of the half just to get Latson to reject the screen, drive left, and then finish. They cleared out the whole side for her to operate and get to the basket.
Talked about Latson, was a little bit quiet there early in that first half. It started to get going, but there's
Roberts, player that Coach Meyer spoke highly of, says she plays multiple positions for them, even the 5 sometimes.
It's amazing. Stuck through college. Takeaway here, though, for Miami. Patrick, no. Ball ends up out of for this Miami team there. They were able to force the turnover, but not able to cash in on the other end. That's got to be something that they look to focus on, as they've been able to force Florida State to turn it over. Here goes a chance for Miami off the miss. Kick out. Williams got it.
Ready to catch and shoot. When they get a piece of the paint, their offense then opens up and other players can look to connect.
Williams, junior guard, also Floridian, but here is Bajetti, draws the foul. Stands out. She was a 2022 Bradley Award winner because she had scored, put up incredible numbers. So also standing out is that spirit, but also the resilience that she has.
Love that.
Here she goes, driving, kicks it out, extra pass. Lattimore in some traffic. And the offense waiting for the right look. 9 to shoot. Roberts for 3. Got it! Roberts also an important piece to get going. Was so critical during the team's Elite 8 run. Had a career-high 26. That's something that Coach Meyer talked about, coming in with some new pieces with this team. A changeover in 3 starters, losing her 2 leading scorers from a season ago. Is figuring out who the gamers are on this team, and there's a gamer. Gordon gets it inside. Rebound for the Canes. Now they push. Running is Williams. Gets caught up a little bit. Gets it back.
Good decision by the Hurricanes. I thought they didn't have anything there. Bring it back out. Run your offense.
8 to shoot. Roberts tries it again. No. O'Board run down by Patrick. Put back. Any given day, and this Florida State team was previously ranked for a good portion of the season, but just that string of 3 losses prior to their last game against Georgia Tech, finally getting a win on the 28th last Sunday. They had been struggling. And you mentioned you were even surprised to see this Florida State team drop a couple in a row.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough loss to Syracuse. 1 against 3, but instead you want to get a great shot. Fortunate turnover there for Tucker.
Gay Wilson. Oh, nice pass. Lattimore finishes.
Been really impressed with just their 3rd quarter overall. 17 points here. Only have allowed 8 for FSU, so their defense has been good. The intensity has been good. And then offensively, they've had great shot selection. I like the decision. Good call there to get her a touch out of that timeout.
Timpson ends a 4+ minute scoring drought for the Seminoles. Much needed bucket there as they retake the lead. Williams gets caught up. Roberts in some traffic. Chance to extend their lead. Timpson rises up. Got it again.
Don't stop it the first time, Kylan. You go right back to it. That's what Coach Wyckoff did. Back-to-back touches for Timpson right around that high post area. She's so good off the one dribble pull-up when she has a chance to elevate. Good back-to-back offensive possessions for the Seminoles.
Timpson now has 28 of 11 from the floor, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds. What a game, and what a pass. Lattimore finishes it off inside.
What Coach Wyckoff told us about Timpson, KK Timpson, before this game, she said she needs to have a scorer's mentality. We need her to put the ball in the basket. She had a couple of games where she wasn't scoring in double figures. That's another beautiful. And Lattimore finishes again.
Speaking of a scorer's mentality, Latasha Lattimore now with 12 points. That 3 won't fall. Just under a 6-second differential between the game clock and shot clock. Driving, scoring, and 1. Graduate student guard transferred in from Columbia. Really interesting stories with Columbia's coach. Went for a run before the game and was kind of trying to feel it out in terms of what the situation was. But the Ivy League has a rule that you cannot, as a graduate student, continue to play. So she was looking to play somewhere else, and it just so happened that there's the last shot. Oh,
11 from the field, also with 6 rebounds. Just tremendous work she's put in here to get this win.
Timpson leading all scorers with 20 points. Isis pointed out the efficiency she's had, just a couple shy of her season high and even a career high, which is 25. 4th quarter action now underway, though. This one coming down to the wire. 1-point ball game. Foul called going the other way. Hopping. Another transition look here. Pushing is Dwyer. Acrobatic shot won't fall.
bit out of control there for Dwyer. I like that she's aggressive in transition, but you got to know when to either pull it out or to find a shot under control.
Florida State with 14 turnovers. They average just over 11, which leads the ACC.
Normally when Dwyer's in the game, the pace picks up. And then now when you've got Julia Williams and Cheyenne Day-Wilson, there's more freedom in their offense. She trusts those players to play because they're so good.
2 to shoot. Day-Wilson rises up, knocks down. Just announced here after a conversation amongst the officiating crew that the foul was switched. Or it is kept with Rob.
And Coach Wyckoff wanted the foul there called on Gordon as she drove. She thought the contact led to the travel.
Tie ball game here in quarter number 4. Seminoles fans on their feet. Plenty of time for Hilton, and she cashes.
Action had the fill here as Bichetti just misses one, but Timpson on the offensive boards. Good defense, though, from Spearman to not foul, to stay disciplined.
3-point lead here for Miami will hold. Looked like Timpson was going to get the putback chance.
Tell you what, this guard matchup between Gordon and Williams and then Day-Wilson and Bichetti, 2 really good guard matchups.
Williams, 3 to shoot. Oh, what a pass, and Hilton finishes the play.
It's a great job of being a point guard and keeping her eyes up.
Hilton now with 15 points to lead this Miami team. How about that? Matson in traffic draws the foul. Pass through this Florida State defense for the Seminoles.
Communicating about that person, whether it's a post player, and then when they don't find the roller, they find a 3-point shooter that's coming on behind.
They've been hitting those. Oh, nice pass. Speaking of, Lattimore.
Got to be fun to play with a player like Williams, who is just always eyes up, such a willing passer. And
that's it on the CW. Stream free now on the CW app. 5 on the shot clock. Step back. No. That's in the board. Gordon in transition.
And she ties it up. Day-Wilson, though.
Her shot offline. That's in the board. Tie ball game here in quarter number 4. Latson takes it herself.
But also when they have Roberts rising as Lattimore is rolling. So you got to have those 2 tangents inside. One is diving to the post. The other one is rising for a jump shot.
Last chance here. Denied. Big stuff.
Leads the ACC in blocks for a reason. Great defensive possession for Timpson.
Under 2 to go. Florida State now. Oh, Latson gets through, but no foul called. Look clean.
I'd be frustrated too, but I was never a shot blocker.
Yeah, a little bit LeBron-esque coming from behind on that one. Latson there with the clutch free throws, makes both. 4-point game. Day-Wilson in the mid-range goes down.
Little pocket off the ball screen. Beautiful pull-up. Got to think if you're FSU at this point, you've got to find a way to cover her off of that ball screen. Show her some resistance.
Day-Wilson with 12 points, 4 boards. Oh, but there's the result.
Dropped 20 here today.
Florida State on a 12-2 run here late in quarter number 4. Now can they put together enough stops to finish this game out?
Good decision by the Seminoles to double Day-Wilson when she had that ball on the ball screen. You want to get it out of her hands.
Day-Wilson from deep goes down, misses.
We talked about how good Sarah Bichetti is as a defender, but that play might be it right there. Forcing Wilson to a tough step-back 3 and an air ball. That's all Bichetti.
Latson gets inside. No. And there's the putback.
She said her team is not afraid of big moments. Sometimes they're even better in big moments. And I would say they've been better today. Really impressed with how they pulled this out down the stretch.
7-second differential. Miami looking for a last chance. Roberts offline. Gordon the rebound. 10 to go. Latson gets it down the floor. Crowd on their feet. Final seconds tick down, and there is the buzzer. The Florida State Seminoles victorious on their home floor, taking down their in-state rivals Miami 75-68.